Hello everyone, Professor Toybox here, along with Rapunzel and Maximus, and I'm back in my Mickey's Farm toy box, which I started building last time. I had intended for this to be a single video, but I've been playing around in here for the last day or so and having a lot of fun. I've got my sidekicks farming back over there, and they're growing crops and different things, and I've been making some tweaks to this, and so I decided today we're going to go ahead and build a steeplechase course. So I've already taken the liberty of setting up a number of jumps here, and we'll go ahead and hop off for the moment, and I'll show you where these are in the toy box drawers. I've also made a few changes here. I've routed the road around the edge of this and down a little canyon in the back, and that's made enough room for this steeplechase course here. And so if you want to put down these jumps, you'll find them in the platforming toys drawer. It's called a hop-over gate. And so we're going to go ahead and build a course. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do steeplechase. I've seen lots of different rules online. My niece has been in a lot of different competitions, and so there's a lot of different ways we could do this, but this is the way I've chosen. I think it'll be the easiest to do with the toys that we have to work with here. And so we're going to come over here first to the Creativitoys drawer, and we'll need a challenge maker. And I'm going to put that down right over here. And we're also going to need a counter and a timer. So here's our timer. I'm going to go ahead and set this here for now. And a counter. And I'm envisioning this being a single player challenge. And we need a starting location, so I've got to have a locator. I'm envisioning this being a single player challenge. I think it'll just be easier, and steeplechase is typically a single player activity. Okay, and we'll start the player right over here. We'll make sure we're facing the right direction. That little blue dot tells me we are, so we'll be facing that first jump. And my idea for this is we'll have a timer, so you'll have, say, 2 minutes to run this, and you'll get a point for every time you successfully clear an obstacle. For more complex obstacles, you'll get 1 point for each bar you clear. So that kind of gives you maybe some incentive to tackle the more challenging ones here. And you'll have the freedom to run this course in any pattern you want to try to gain as many points as you can in the 2 minutes that are allotted. Another option here too, if you want to make it really difficult, is you can deduct a point if they don't clear the obstacle. So that's an option as well, and I'll show you how to do that. So we'll go ahead and hook up the challenge maker first. We'll go under properties. I don't want to auto start. The result score this time is going to be points, and we will rank from high to low. If you wanted to do another steeplechase variant where it just counts the faults, you can go from low to high. And the rest of these I think are fine. Again, we can't enter those, and we'll go ahead and leave that for now. I could force this to be mounts. And maybe I'll go ahead and do that. That way, if you don't start on a mount, then it'll put you on one. Okay, new locator. So this will be the starting location for player 1 or all players. For the score results, we'll come over here to the counter. Nope, not going to let me do the counter. Alright. So in that case, what I think I'll do is instead of the counter, we'll use the scoreboard. There we go. And the properties, play 2. I don't want to set a limit on this, so we're going to put this up to $9.99. Win by 2 is off, visible display, hide unused fields. That's fine. Okay, so new logic connection. Let's see, we're going to do score results. We'll come in over here at the end of the game and we'll link to that. Now on game started, we want to go ahead and start the timer. And for the properties on the timer, the target time, this is in seconds, so we're going to go 120. That's 2 minutes. Visible display will be on, and we're going to count down this time for sure. And now when the timer expires and reaches 0, we'll come over here and complete the game. Okay, and new logic connection on invites accepted. We'll come over here and reset the scoreboard. And when the game is started, go ahead and activate this. And likewise, when the game is over, we'll go ahead and remove the scoreboard from the display. Okay, so that takes care of the starting location, the timer, and the scoreboard. Now, for each of these gates, we can set up a logic connection. So when it's cleared, we come to the scoreboard and increment by 1 player 1's score. And if you really wanted to be more challenging, you can say when this is broken, come over here to the scoreboard and decrement by 1, subtract 1 from player 1's score. So then you're kind of doubly penalized. You don't get the point for clearing it, and you lose a point because you broke it. So that's if you wanted to do that. And since I'm not going to be quite that cruel, I'm going to go ahead and delete that link. Okay, I'll go ahead and do this for each of these gates, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I'm back, and I've got all of the jump over gates hooked up to the scoreboard so that when they're cleared, they increment the score by 1. And one thing I forgot to do last time is when invites are accepted, I want to make sure we turn on the timer display, because we hit it on game over, and it won't show up again, I don't believe, unless we actually turn it on. And last thing we have to do is when the game is ended, we need to come over to each of these gates and reset them. And that's in case the player breaks one during the game. When the game is over, it'll restore the gate to the way it looked. And you can see I've already done that on all of those gates. So now we're ready to test this. So we'll come out over here. And there we go. Okay, Maximus, let's go for a ride. We'll come over to the challenge maker. Go ahead and start the challenge. And here we go, Steeplechase, Disney Infinity style. Now I just barely cleared that one. If I double jump, you'll notice I don't get credit for it. You have to stay underneath the top edge of that gate. So you can't double jump to get over these. There, I got credit for that. Let's try 2. Whoa, just barely. I don't know if I want to try 3 just yet. There we go. Just made that one. Let's try 3. Ah, nope. Hit that last gate. So we can kind of just roam this freestyle and just go ahead and try to jump as many gates as we can, and I didn't get credit for that one. I think you got to jump them pretty close to straight on. If you jump at it at an angle, it doesn't always register. So it's a little bit buggy. Of course, I just did that one straight on and that one, and didn't get credit for either of those. Interesting. I wonder if you only get credit for them one time. Nope. There we go. Only got 1 point though. Didn't get 2. My idea had been if you had 2 gates, you get credit for the 2. Oh, hey, that gate restored itself. Oh, nope. It's still not getting credit for that one. Interesting. And that time I did. Isn't that strange? So I don't know if maybe there's just one side that you can approach it from, or if you have to do it from a different either direction or whatever. But at any rate, 20 points, that's not too bad. Let me see, is there a difference? Well, the gate looks the same on either side, so there's no indicator. You should be able to jump it from either direction. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and that inspires you to create your own steeplechase course. That was a lot of fun, and you can arrange those gates any way you want and put in different obstacles besides that, maybe some water behind one like you see on TV for the different races. Lots of different possibilities. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel or sign up on my blog to see what we do next time. You can also find build tips and logic diagrams and other things on my blog. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.